The atmosphere to me at JCDS has always been one of person-centeredness, of focusing on people's abilities, and also trying to think of what else can we do? What else can we as an organization do to better support the people here at JCDS?
The leadership has been supportive and always wanted to keep us on the forefront of everything.
Yes.
Wanted us to be somebody that other agencies looked up to or looked to for being on the cutting edge of providing services.
Yes.
For me, I think we've always been just trying to be better and keep, improving and doing more. And I've always been excited about, the next thing that we're going to do that are going to make services better, and we're going to be able to better serve people. And it's fun to see people, succeed. So that's cool.
JCDS was started by the ARC of Kansas City. There was a state statute that was amended in 1970 to allow for county commissions to develop an organization to provide services in the community. The ARC approached the Johnson County Board of County Commissioners, and they appointed a group of individuals. Most of them were parents of individuals, and they got together and worked with the ARC on establishing some basic starting services, which that start was JCDS.
We were in an old building over on Neiman Road, and it was very hot in the summer and cold in the winter, and we were just jammed in there. We were just packed, and everything was mismatched furniture, and it was just leftover stuff, some surplus somewhere. It was all just rickety stuff. It was kind of chaotic, but everybody was working very hard. We had lots of work. Even back then, very much trying to get people employed. If they couldn't work in the community, then we were very focused on getting them to work to do piece rate.
The big deal was moving towards community and inclusion on a larger basis than had been.
Everybody was very excited at that time because we were happy that we were keeping people out of institutions. Like, we were in the community, and it was very cool for the parents and for the staff too, just that we were on the cutting edge of what was going on at that time.
The building that I was working in was the Bond building, which was an annex of the Neiman building. And from that, you can tell that we've had multiple buildings. So the Elmore Center was built because we were running out of space. So we wanted to all come together into one building. So this building, the Elmore building, was built, and then we all moved in, and it was really exciting. And Mark Elmore at one time said that we would never need warehouse space ever again, that we would have plenty with this building. That didn't last very long. We were saying, where's our space in the warehouse? Because we were doing so much work that we were running out of space.
Mark Elmore was, to me, he was just a totally different type of human as a supervisor. Not so much as a man, he was a very caring man. This industry meant everything to him. He cared extensively about the individuals we served, and he cared about the employees. When I was hired, he used to have pride in telling people that he knew something personal about every single employee that was here. He also pitched in wherever he was needed. He would be the first one out on winter mornings, shoveling parking lots and sidewalks, and he had lots of good ideas. He was a leader in the entire state of Kansas. He was big on the political piece and going to Topeka and lobbying for our people and funding. Yes, he was an extremely caring individual. And he had the greatest heart. He was a very fair employer. Just a wonderful man, and he lived his whole life for people with IDD. His passing was so quick and so sudden and so heartbreaking that everybody just seemed in shock. I can honestly say that for everybody that was here at the time, it was a very big loss.
When I was hired back, I found an organization who was still really reeling from Mark's sudden passing, still trying to gain their footing, to think about how to go on as an organization. As you know, Mark had been the executive director for so many years. He really was JCDS in so many ways. So my goal was to attempt to bring some stability in the initial months and a couple of years to the organization, to really bring some reassurance back to people that we were going to be okay, that Mark had left a great legacy, a great organization. His vision for what we needed to be and how we needed to support people in the community was well established. So we needed to remember what he had taught us and what he had established and really move on in that same spirit. We continue to evolve the services that we're providing, and the thing that comes most quickly to mind is the growing issue that we faced around retirement services. We were in a service system who really hadn't recognized that we had folks that we were supporting, had been serving for many years, that were going to a natural retirement age, and we needed to be thinking about how we served those folks in a different way.
In the 9 years that I've been here, it's been amazing to me to see the ingenuity, the innovation our staff come up with, the different ways that they look at programming, and always trying to do things that can, again, better result in quality services for people, but also give people the best life that they're looking to achieve.
All right, so this is my favorite picture of Chris. It was taken on the porch at the house on Bond. He lives in one of the friends' houses, house number 11. And it's really great to have him under one umbrella, receiving services from JCDS and also living in a friend's house after serving on the Friends Board for a long, long time. So I knew what that was all about, and it was just, you know, a real change for us and for him. And if anything happens to me, I know his bases are covered. He is the epitome of the word love. That's what I think about with Chris. He's just always been the most loving, caring. I mean, he just loves everybody. He really does. It's amazing how he is responsive to everybody he meets. I don't know where I'd be if we didn't have a place like Johnson County Developmental Supports. It has been a beacon, I think, in Johnson County and in the state as an agency providing services for this population for this length of time. I think they've been a really good role model for other agencies or other providers. That's huge. I think they, overall, their staffing has been high caliber. I know it's really hard to find direct support staff to work with individuals with disabilities, as any caregiving kind of situation is, and I think overall we have people that really care about this population. And I'm sure there's some people that find it's a calling, and I think the longevity of a lot of the employees at Johnson County Developmental Supports is an indicator of what kind of an agency it is.
I do believe that we will continue to be one of the leaders across the state of Kansas and across the country in coming up with programming and services that best meet people's needs and meeting people's needs on an individualized basis where needed.
In 50 years, I see JCDS continuing to evolve and to grow and to continue to listen to the people they support, to listen about what they want for their lives. Again, where they want to live, how they want to live, where they want to work, and what supports they need to be provided in order to be a contributing member of their community.
Just the people that we work with, they're amazing. Every day there's something new, and it's exciting to see them progress over time, all their life changes that they've had, and that's been fun. It's been great to see, it's the family members, how dedicated they are to their family members making progress, and just the staff of just very dedicated. And I think everybody's very much focused on the same mission: help people be independent, be part of the community, live their best life. So
People here have a real compassion for other people and a real drive to help individuals become their best person.
One of the things that has kept me as a board member is I have a son who receives services from JCDS, and so I have skin in the game, but there are a lot of board members who do not, and together we make up a really wonderful group trying to encourage innovative approaches at JCDS.
The leadership, the board of directors, I think that energy and that work dedication to those with disabilities is reflected in the staff.
I just think JCDS, the mission of the agency, is something good in our lives to be doing, that we should feel on bad days, horrible days, whatever, that what we're doing every day, even those parts we don't like, are really meaningful. They're important to people. We're not just out there doing something for somebody to earn a profit. We're helping humans. I think that's pretty cool.